want to talk to y'all real quick about this debate or comparison between local and OTR. I know it's been talked about many a times. It's just that it seems like a lot of people that talk about it, they're pretty much all OTR drivers. And from what I've seen, majority of them, if not all of them, haven't actually been a local driver, at least not for an extended period of time. So, of course, quite naturally, their opinions and views over it are going to be skewed and biased. Me being someone who started his CDL career as a local driver, I feel like I can give a more fair assessment of what it really is like and what the pay really is like, because that's what the conversation is really all about, is which one pays more. And off the bat, it depends on what you're doing, OTR. If you're a company driver, OTR, I can name you several local jobs that are going to pay you as much, if not more, on a weekly basis. So depending on how many miles you get, depending on how much you're getting paid per mile. The real killer for OTR versus local, as far as earnings, is basically for owner-operators and lease operators. If you're going to go company, then it really... I'm not saying you're going to be able to get this job, but I'm just saying there are local jobs that are going to pay you as much, and some of them more, than you'll make being an over-the-road company driver. So, I have friends, well, I have family. I've made friends now. But I have family that have been driving OTR for years. So, I mean, I always heard about their first-hand experiences with pay and what it was like on the road. Then, like I said, I did local driving for 4 years, and I've been over the road for about 10 weeks now, not including the training part too, like about 3 months, 3.5 months. But I was getting 19 an hour locally when I left. Okay, I was delivering sodas, and for a Pepsi company, Canada Dry, sister company of Pepsi. So I was delivering sodas, working 8 to 12 hours a day. 8-hour check there, or 40-hour week there was like, honestly, after taxes, like $620. That was like a 40-hour week. The average check I got there was probably like in between $680 and $750. That was like an average check. So we'll just say $720. Because on average, I probably got like 46 hours a week. I had weeks where I had done up to 60. I think the most I ever did was 63 hours in 1 week. Oh, no! Oh, my man just dropped this trailer, bro. What? Damn. I'm reaching and shit like I'm gonna be able to stop it. Damn. Shit, I couldn't grab the horn in time. Damn. That is no bueno, bruh. That's why you gotta get out. Oh, I ain't training too. Shit. Oh, we just catching all types of random footage now, aren't we, apparently? I ain't gonna harp on their misfortunes. I get out and check my fifth wheel before I leave every time. I get out and look underneath the trailer, look at the fucking pin, make sure it's locked in. I do a tug test before I pull out. That is like one of my biggest fears. is for the fucking trailer to drop. I almost had it happen to me once when I was driving for Canada Dry. It looked like it's an empty trailer, so they should be able to lift it back up. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But, yeah, they should be able to get back up. There's a couple guys coming over to help, so I'm going to keep my ass in a warm truck. Yeah, he's getting ready to crank it up now. That's an empty trailer. They should really get it cranked back up. Get it cranked back up high enough to get back underneath it. Yeah, it's already going up. Luckily for them, it's an empty trailer. If that was loaded, they'd have been fucked, because the legs probably would have broken all types of shit. It's going back up already. Damn. Well, so as I was saying before that took place, local and OTR. So let's get straight into it. Yes, there is more money to be made driving OTR, but what I've noticed from the videos I've seen where people talked about this topic was nobody really tells you the specifics. As an owner-operator or a lease operator, you can make a lot more money than a local company driver will make, by far. But to be fair, you have company over-the-road drivers, which majority of OTR drivers are. Majority of OTR drivers are strictly company drivers. No lease operator, no owner operator, just straight company. And especially if you're coming into this new, or you don't get on one of these good companies. I hear a lot of people saying good things about these smaller mom and pop companies that'll pay you more, treat you with more respect, as a human being, I suppose, as opposed to somebody who just operates a vehicle and doesn't know anything else. When you compare a company OTR driver to a company local driver, from what I know and from what I've seen, the money is at worst going to be the same, which means that it would be dumb to be an OTR driver as a person coming from a person with a family or a reason to be home on a daily basis. I think I was saying that I made my average check there was like $720 for my local job. But I mean, I had the biggest check I took home was like after taxes $11.50. That was like a 63-hour week though. But there are other jobs out there, such as UPS and FedEx, that are going to pay you. When I was working at UPS as first I was working there fresh out of high school in a warehouse. Then I came back from college. I got hired at UPS again, and I was doing the package car, doing the local deliveries. When I was working there in the warehouse, I ran into their shuttle drivers, and I think they call them feeders. But basically, they run between hub and hub, terminal and terminal, dropping and hooking. You usually see them pulling doubles. Yes, UPS has OTR drivers. I'm talking about the local drivers, though, as well as FedEx. You'll see them between hubs, and all they're doing is going back and forth, dropping off empties or dropping off loaded trailers, picking up empty trailers. That's what they do. And generally, they're making 2 trips between 2 hubs. So up, back, their day is done. Brother told me, this was 11 years ago. This was before I went to college. 11, 12 years ago. He told me that you can expect to make about $80,000 to $85,000 your first year. Because I told him obviously I was interested in doing that. So he said, the first year expect $80,000 to $85,000. But he said, man, I cleared 6 figures. He said last year he made $120,000. Now, mind you, this is a straight local driver. Taxes being taken out and everything. After taxes, Well, he said he grossed 120,000. Nope. Take that back. He said he took home 120. So he must have grossed like 150 or some shit. They pay really well, and the benefits are really good. Anybody who knows anything about UPS can tell you that's one of the companies you get into, you really don't leave. Like, this is coming from a guy who left, of course, but benefits are really good. 401k, all that is established, and that's something else that you got to take into account with these local jobs. A lot of them are going to offer you a better incentive package as far as healthcare providers, as far as 401ks, unions, those type of things. That's going to be offered at these local companies better than they'll be offered at the OTR companies. I was paying $30 a week for insurance and healthcare for me and my son, and I know people who had their whole families on their insurance and healthcare at the company I was at, and it was $30 a week flat rate. That was it, and hardly ever a copay. The highest copay was $20. But anyways, so those two companies right there, UPS and FedEx, off the bat, you can make six figures. You can bring home six figures with those companies doing local driving. You're not bringing home six figures as a company OTR driver. That's just not gonna fucking happen, ever. Most of these, especially these new cats or guys with not a lot of experience, guys who went through the training process, and some of these companies just fucking dick you with the money. Like 24 cents a mile, like that's fucking ridiculous. You're not gonna make no money. You're not gonna bring home any money anywhere close to what that UPS driver's bringing home, and you're on the road all the fucking time. You come home once every fucking 3 months. This dude is home every night. Now, with that said, you gotta be fair. Everybody can't get into UPS. They're not just gonna, everybody's not getting hired. They promote from within. So you gotta luck up, know somebody that knows somebody. They happen to be on a hiring spree, or you gotta get in there somehow. But UPS is one of those companies that they hire from within. So, or they promote from within. So it's not impossible. You can get in there, but you gotta be in the right area. FedEx pays a little less than UPS, but it's roughly the same numbers. Not that far off. Another local gig that's gonna pay you really good money is fuel. We all know the dangers in that. You can blow up and die. So it's a rolling bomb, literally. As a fuel truck, gas truck drives right by me. It's a rolling bomb. So, but fuel or chemical transport, anything with hazmat is going to pay you good. Compressed air, what's it like, CO2 people, they pay pretty good. I know a dude was driving a straight truck, filling up the CO2 at like the 7-Elevens when you get the fountain drinks. He told me he was getting like 24 an hour. It's money to be made local, but like I said, most of these cats are telling you that all the money is OTR, and well, not that all the money is OTR, but that there's no money in local. They really don't know what they're talking about, not thoroughly. Hauling fuel. I had my pops is he's like a sergeant in the DC jail, but his superior, he was talking with his superior one day and told him that I drive trucks, and I was trying to buy my own truck. His superior actually owns 2 tractors that he leased on to one of the local gas companies around our way, around DC, Maryland, Virginia, called Caruzalo. So he actually called me on the phone one day and was telling me that that was actually a good route to take, because he doesn't have a CDL. He doesn't drive the trucks. He just bought them and put 2 drivers in them. And he told me that those trucks are making about between $150,000 and $200,000 a year each truck. And of course, he has to pay his drivers, take care of his expenses. But on top of the more than likely 6-figure income he has from being a warden at the prison in DC, he has an additional $100,000 to $200,000 coming in, probably $150,000. So. And I talked to a couple cats that actually are owner-operators leased on the fuel companies. One of them was a female. She was delivering to a gas station I was getting fuel at. She told me that was her second year as owner-op. Her first year, she made $80,000, but that was her first year. Damn it. Then I talked to two other dudes. One was more talkative. He had his own truck, as they both did. Nice looking truck, man. Nice looking day cab Kenworth. And said he had been at it for about 6-7 years. Said he averaged $120,000 a year when he took home, which means his truck was grossing $200,000. But he said he had a couple years where he really busted his ass, and he bought home just under 200. I think he said 180K. That's what he took home after his expenses. Mind you, his expenses are not going to be as great as a OTR owner operator, because he's not putting as much wear and tear on his truck. You feel me? He's pretty much driving within a 100-mile radius, and at the most he's probably doing 200, maybe 400 miles a day at the most. So he's not spending as much on maintenance. He's not replacing tires as much, because he's not putting as much wear and tear on his truck as a OTR owner operator. But he's making basically damn near the same thing. So once again, there is money to be made in local driving. When you find the right avenues, figure out what to do, you feel me, speak to the right people, you can make the same amount of money a lot of these OTR drivers are making, even owner operators, and lease operators for sure. But that is being a local owner operator. But like I said, there's money to be made out here over the road. I'm doing pretty well. Satisfied, as I've stated several times, satisfied with how I'm doing out here. There is money to be made. There is money to be made out here, but I just wanted to address that because, like I said, me being somebody who drove locally for 4 years, networked with other local drivers, got the input and intel from people who are actually doing it. I just wanted to put it out there, like, you can make money. But just like coming OTR, if you come in there with no experience, you're going to have to eat them shit cakes. You're going to have to deal with that petty pay the first year or two. Get your experience, get your weight up, and then try to find you a company that's going to pay you worthwhile. So anything you're doing, hauling fuel, hauling why this dude parked right next to me with this wide load and pulled all the way up. He gonna make it hard for me to get out of here. There's money in it though. There's money in both sides. So I just wanted to basically give a shout out to the local side, because they get bashed a lot by a lot of these other YouTube drivers. And you know, like I said, I don't think most of them actually are speaking from experience when it comes to local driving. I think most of them are just speaking off of what they know from them being OTR for several years, making good money, and you know, the general consensus that local drivers don't make any money. There's money to be made out here. So that's it for this video, man. I'm gonna get ready to kick back for a little bit, take me a break, get ready to finish this run up to Pennsylvania, about 4 hours away, so I can get ready to get my ass back to the house. But as always, y'all know it's your man JMV. The grind never stops. Keep doing what you gotta do now so you can do what you want to do later, people. Until next time. Yeah.